Leveling up. Extreme business growth through raising your game. When what was once extraordinary becomes ordinary, you know you've leveled up.
There's a saying in life that says if you are not growing, then the chances are you are shrinking. If you're not progressing, the chances are you're going backwards. If you're not getting wealthier, you're probably getting poorer. If you're not getting fitter, you're probably getting more unhealthy. If you're not getting stronger, you're probably getting weaker. We're going to be looking at this and a lot more in today's episode. Why you should always be growing. Welcome to the Leveling Up Podcast with me, George Swift. The Leveling Up Podcast is here to give you the personal development, the entrepreneurial development, and the business growth that you, the ambitious business owner, desires. I'm here to give you the inspiration, the motivation, but above all else, as always, to challenge your aspirations to take you and your business to the next level. Don't forget to subscribe to this podcast and never miss an episode. So we're going to start off with a presupposition, which is you need to be growing your business. However, I'm going to talk to you about some other aspects of this you might not have necessarily thought about. For example, I meet many business owners that aren't materially driven and therefore they don't feel any real drive or motivation to grow their business financially. They don't want a bigger house, they don't want more money, they don't want a nicer car, they don't want anything particularly for themselves. And therefore, whenever they are in the presence of someone like myself saying, grow your business, make more money, turn over more cash, it can be absolutely missed on them. And therefore, they switch off thinking, well, I don't need any of those things, therefore I'm happy as I am. However, if you are driven by purposefully going out there and making the world a better place, helping your clients, and you want to help more clients, then that's also growth as well. Now, you do need to grow your business financially, economically, in order to be able to grow your business so that you can go and do more of the good and serve more of the people that you are here dedicating yourself to. That hits the spot for many small business owners. However, for some of them, they're quite happy with what they've created. They're quite happy serving the people that they're serving. They don't really want to take on the headache of more clients, for example. And therefore, once again, the message of keep growing your business, always be growing, can sometimes get missed on them as well. But how about this for a moment? How about your own personal satisfaction of your business? So let's say you don't need to make any more money for yourself in order to feel satisfied, to be fulfilled. Let's say, for example, you don't need any more clients in order to feel satisfied and fulfilled. But let's look at your unconscious, and let's go back through our evolutionary timescales, as I often do, and let's look at how unconsciously we are motivated, how we are unconsciously rewarded. So we're not driven for money, we're not driven for status, we're not driven to help more people, we're happy with what we've got. Why would we still want to be growing our business? Why would we always want to have this always be growing mentality and mindset? It's not greed, certainly not for the people that I'm describing right now. But even if you are, by the way, someone that does want more money, a bigger house, a nicer car, that's absolutely okay as well, because that's just one of the experiences of being successful in this world can offer you. The same as if you also want to help more people whilst also helping yourself more, that's also absolutely fine as well. And if you don't want more for yourself, but you want to help more people, that's also fine as well. Everybody also needs to bear this next thing in mind, which is for you to stay highly motivated in your business, and it will take a lot of energy, a degree of energy, just to maintain what you've created so far. So we're not talking about maintaining your client base on just, 30 minutes a day, and we're not talking about maintaining your lifestyle on just an hour a day. The chances are you're going to have to work pretty hard just to maintain what you've got anyway. That being the case, you need to stay motivated. You need high levels of engagement. You need to feel that purpose, that passion, that drive to move forward. Some people, their purpose is to line their own pockets. Most small businesses, that's not their primary focus. They want to do better for themselves, but they also want to help more people. Or they just want to bring something into this world that does good, and they want to grow it into being what they know it could be, like a piece of art, if you like. If you don't have that drive, that purpose, then it's really hard to stay highly engaged and highly motivated with your business. Now, the moment you stop being highly engaged with your business, highly motivated with your business, the chances are you're going to really struggle just to maintain what you've currently got. Something that we enjoy, something that we're enthused about, something that gives us lots of rewards in all manner of ways, is something that's easy for us to stay highly motivated for. Something that is, well, that'll do. I'm happy with that. I'm okay with this. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. It's very possible, actually, that you will start to lose some of that enjoyment, some of those rewards. You'll lose touch with the thing that makes you or made you grow your business to where it is right now. And therefore, this whole idea that, if you're not getting fitter, the chances are you're getting unhealthier. If you're not getting stronger, you're probably getting weaker, is actually true, which is if you stop growing your business, if you stop fueling your business, it's possible that you will stop being fueled by your business, which means now it can be twice as hard just to maintain what you've got. In fact, it could be as hard, if not harder, to maintain what you've currently got and what you've built than it would be to continue to grow what you've built. So continuing to grow your business means that you're going to stay enthusiastic with your business, engaged with your business. You're going to see those rewards continually coming in. This is also really important because in the unconscious, there's a little mechanism going in there. I've talked about this on this podcast before. There's an equation that your unconscious is constantly weighing up, and that is how much energy am I putting into something versus how much reward is it giving me back? Now, that reward comes back in multiple ways. Yes, financially. Yes, in terms of your lifestyle, but it's also in terms of how you feel about the work you're doing, your enjoyment, your fun. We talked about this on previous episodes a couple of weeks ago or so. So there's multiple rewards you get from your business. Financials is just one. Feeling like you're doing something that matters is also just one. There's many other rewards for being in business. The quality of your lifestyle, not necessarily the size of your house, but the time you have, the freedom you have to do what you want to do, the way you want to do it. It also includes the freedom to work with the people that you choose to work with and to work alongside the people that you would choose to work alongside with. You can hire the people that you want to work with, or you can outsource to the people that you want to work with. There's a whole lot of freedom that being a business owner gives you and affords you. That's also part of that reward algorithm. But the moment that reward doesn't feel like it's enough, given the energy you're putting in, you start to feel unmotivated. This is a prehistoric, primitive process in our unconscious minds, deep, deep down in our evolutionary past, that really says, if I'm burning too much energy, if I'm putting too much time into something that isn't giving me enough of a reward, that's a real risk to my life. And the mechanism exists there today. We constantly need to balance our effort versus reward. The problem you have, you see, is that let's say your business is doing 50,000 in turnover. I'm just going to use numbers for the time being because it's an easy measurement. Let's say your business is doing 50,000 right now. That £50,000 turnover is going to require a sizable amount of input in order to grow that business, and it's going to require a decent amount of energy to maintain that business. And if you're not growing that business, the reward stays static. Well, let's look first and foremost, if we look at the economy, the truth is, through inflation, etc., 50,000 today is not going to be the same as 50,000 next year. And certainly, it's not going to be worth the same as 50,000 in 10 years from now. Just ask your mum and your dad what they paid for their house that they live in. So even if we're not growing our business, we're maintaining that 50K, we are definitely going to be poorer. However, unless we change, we grow the business in some way, whether that's raising our prices, that's growing, getting more clients in, that's growing, diversifying our business to make more revenues, that's growing. If we're not growing revenues, then we are getting poorer and poorer. If inflation is only 5% in the next 12 months, you're 5% worse off than you were the year before. If inflation is worse than that, you're going to be worse than that. Over 10 years, that 50 grand might be the equivalent of 25 grand today, 30 grand today, maybe even less. So we have to continually be increasing our revenues, growing our business. Otherwise, we are definitely getting poorer. So the life that you're happy with today is actually going to be diminishing over the next 12 months, 24 months, and certainly over the next 5 to 10 years if you're not growing your business. So you might be happy today, but you might not be happy in 5 years' time having to live a life that's less than what you've got today. So that's one big material reason. It's a Simple reason why you need to continually grow your business, because if you're not growing your business, the quality of your life, the things that you are happy with, are probably diminishing. However, the amount of energy that we're putting into that will be the same. And therefore, the perception of reward, whilst it's the same in numerical terms, and whilst it's the same in terms of the number of clients that you're helping, actually, the brain's going to get a very clear message that you are worse off than you were before. Why? Because it's going to see you starting to struggle financially. It may see you at some point in the future having to downgrade your car, downgrade your house, those sorts of things. So your unconscious is going to get a very clear message that you're now, let's say in 5 years' time, 10 years' time, working the same as you were before for a result that is only a percentage of what you currently have. Let's say, for example, over 10 years, 50 grand's worth half what it is today. Maybe it's not as bad as that. But let's say, at some point in the future, 50 grand is only worth 25 grand today. Therefore, you'll be working as hard as you are today, making the same amount of money as you are today, working with the same number of clients as you are today. However, your lifestyle will be that's 50% of what it is today. Your brain is not going to be looking and saying, well, we're still only 50K, that's okay. Because 50K doesn't mean anything to the brain. 50K, 100K, 20K, 10K, it's just a scale to measure or to quantify something that's unquantifiable, like the quality of your life, for example. So you need to keep growing your business, because if you don't keep growing your business, the perception of the unconscious is you're going to be working just as hard as you are today for less. The brain does not like that equation. I bet you sitting here listening to this consciously doesn't like the sound of that equation. So you need to keep growing your business just to keep up the inflation. Otherwise, you're going to be worse off, poorer. The quality of your life is going to go down. The things that maybe you are happy with today, you may not be happy with in the future. The brain is not going to like that. Your unconscious brain I'm talking about here is not going to like that. And then, even if you do manage to maintain your motivation without improving your business or growing your business, unconsciously, you are going to get more and more disgruntled with the rewards, the returns based on the energy you're putting in. And therefore, it's going to be really hard to stay motivated, because the returns are not going to be justified by the amount of energy and effort that you're putting in. Now, I've said 50K. This could be 500,000. It could be 100 grand. It could be 20 grand. The number is irrelevant. The number is the amount of money that your business is turning over that's affording you the life that you currently have. 500,000, 1 million, 100 grand, 80 grand, 25 grand, whatever it might be. That amount of money is not going to be worth the same next year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years as it is today. And therefore, the quality of your life is going to diminish. And therefore, the energy that's going to remain the same to maintain that is going to be perceived as less valuable. The unconscious doesn't like that, regardless of whether it's 25 grand, 50 grand, 100 grand, or 1 million. It will start to get itself heard. It will be heard through your feelings, through your emotions. You'll start to feel frustrated. You'll start to feel unmotivated, demotivated. All the things that you don't feel today when you say, I'm quite happy with what I've got to now. I'm quite content with what I've got right now. Those things now start to leave you. You start to lose those incredible rewards, that feeling that gives you that experience of, I'm really happy with what I've got right now. That starts to become vulnerable, and potentially you will lose that. Those things may be replaced with resentment, frustration, anger, all the things that you don't want to feel. And when you start to feel those things, what will happen is you will start to get motivated, because we are all pain motivated. At the moment, if you're feeling like things are okay and I'm happy with what is, there's no real pain in your life, and therefore that's why you don't really feel the need and the desire to go out and work any harder and grow any bigger than you have done so far. Trust me, as soon as the pain starts coming in, you will be motivated to go out there and do more, to go out there and build your business, to grow your business. But that's a miserable energy. It's a miserable fuel. Much better to be fueled by ambition. Much better to be fueled by aspiration, to be fueled by the rewards of feeling like you're doing something that's improving the world, making the world better, helping more people, that's also improving the quality of your own life, even if not for now, but for your future self, a year, 5 years, 10 years down the line. Also, staying stagnant and staying where you are in your business starts to draw your attention to a uncomfortable truth, which is actually you're already not really getting the rewards that you deserve based on the amount of energy and input that you're putting in. So even if you are quite happy with your life and happy with your turnover and your income, etc., you might not be happy to find out, for example, that for every 100 units of energy that you put into your business, maybe you're only getting the rewards of 50, 60, 70% of that. This does not play out well with that equation going on in your subconscious. The primitive subconscious goes back to our ancestral days, and if I'm burning 2,000 calories every single day to hunt, and I'm not consuming 2,000 calories, I am slowly perishing, slowly dying. Therefore, the subconscious evolved to step in and save us from that inevitable outcome. I'm eating 1,500 calories a day. I'm burning 2,000 calories a day. Let's be honest, we weren't overweight and fat back then. Therefore, I am dying. This is why, by the way, that dieting feels so uncomfortable and painful in today's world, is because the brain feels exactly the same way. It feels like it's dying. It feels like it needs to protect the body. It wants to maintain the body. That's the sideline. Let's go back, and we're hunting, and 2,000 calories are going out, 1,500 calories coming in. We are in a really vulnerable position. So evolution steps in, and the subconscious starts to give us these uncomfortable feelings. And what it does is it slows us down and stops us from doing what we're doing. It demotivates us from the action that we're doing. And it starts to give us some pain in order to push us to take a different tact, a different strategy, to go and hunt in different woods, or to take greater risks in order to resolve this imbalance of this equation. So when your brain starts to see that actually so much of the energy you're putting into your business doesn't turn into reward, then you start to realize that the rewards actually don't balance out maybe the way you thought they did. Like a light bulb. So much of the energy that goes into a light bulb turns to light, a proportion of it turns into heat. The old light bulbs we all grew up with, they used to burn a lot of heat. I think it's like 70% or something of the energy turned to heat. The modern day ones, you can touch them with your bare hands because most of the energy turns to light. However, there's still an amount of lost energy. In fact, in anything, in your car, in every electrical device in your home, there's a degree of energy that gets lost. There's a scientific name for this, and I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. I'm not going to lie to you. I can't be bothered to go and find out what it is right now. But there's a term for this, which is basically an amount of energy goes into the item, the television set, for example, the kettle, and a proportion of the energy goes into something else, gets wasted, dissipated. When you've got a TV set, you know, there's a certain amount of heat on that television set, which means some of the energy that went into the TV has turned into heat, and therefore that is wasted energy. Now, I don't know what the percentages are of wastage around TVs and kettles and stuff. Obviously, the reason we're trying to reduce that as much as humanly possible is so we become more conservative with the energy that we're using. So therefore, all the appliances you use, your laptop, for example, the boiler that heats your water, your cooker, your car, manufacturers are trying to make them as economical as possible. In other words, we want to use the energy that we are burning to get the result that we want from that thing. Watching TV, the result is we want to watch TV. I don't want to heat my house through my TV. Therefore, any amount of energy that gets turned to heat is wasted energy. It's the same in your business. And it's a fact of life. It's an uncomfortable fact of life. But when you're working on your business, let's say you're putting in 100% of energy, not 100% of your energy. I don't think anyone does that. But 100% of the energy that you put into your business, there'll be a proportion of that that doesn't return rewards and results. And you can try and streamline your business, become as efficient as possible, like your TV and the car companies, trying to make them as efficient as possible. However, the bottom line is you're never going to be 100% efficient. So if you're putting in 100% of your energy into your business, but you're only perceiving 60% of that returning as reward. Now, again, the rewards will be financial for sure, but they also may be other rewards like fun, enjoyment, pleasure, the sense of contribution, the sense of meaningfulness and purpose behind what you're doing. So actually, if you're putting in, 100% of your energy and getting 60 or 70% of that turned into result, where's the other 30% gone? The subconscious, unconscious brain does not like this at all. The idea that I'm putting in 100% into something and getting 70% back is exactly the same as burning 2,000 calories hunting and only eating 1,500 calories in return. Let alone, I'm not feeding my family or other people in my tribe. So the rewards start to actually feel imbalanced from the effort. Now, when you're constantly growing your business, because you're focused on the output, the result, you tend to not see this disparity between input and output. Because what you're focused on is taking your business from 50,000, and yes, you're working really, really hard, but you're not really thinking about how hard you're working. What you're looking at is 50,000 as a decent return. Then you stagnate at 50,000, you start to become very aware of the energy you're putting into your business in order to maintain that 50,000. Your unconscious, subconscious brain starts to then tune into the fact that you are working really, really hard for something that maybe is not totally worth it. When you're growing your business from 50,000 towards 100,000, you're still working really, really hard. I promise you, you're still wasting a fair bit of energy. You can't not. But your business is going from 50,000 to 100,000. You can see the rewards of that effort, and therefore the perception of those rewards validate the amount of energy that you're putting in. If you then grow your business from 100 to £250,000, the same thing. From £250,000 to £500,000, the same thing. Now, I'm using purely revenue, purely numbers right now, because we can really easily see growth and measure it in those terms. But growing your business is not just revenue. It's also about making your business a better business. Maybe it's taking on more staff and helping your staff to have better qualities of life. Maybe it's helping more people. Maybe it's helping on a bigger scale. Maybe you're contributing to your clients in bigger ways, better ways. Maybe your service and your product get better, they improve, so you're having a more beneficial impact on your client base. Revenue is one totally valid measurement of business growth, no question. In fact, that's the one that normally pays for everything else. You make good revenue, you keep increasing your revenue, you get to improve everything else that you're doing, which means you can get the other rewards that are not financially motivated. Even if you don't want more money out of your business needs more money in order to do more of the things that reward you in the ways that you feel rewarded. And if fundamentally you're happy where life is right now, then don't be surprised that that feeling of fulfillment, of satiation that you have right now, don't be surprised when that starts to diminish 12 months, 24 months, certainly years in the future. So therefore, regardless of whether you are materially driven, in which case growing your business is definitely the way that you're going to continue to fund that improvement to the quality of your life, whether you're driven by purpose and meaning and you want to help more people, you want to have a greater impact in the world around you, that's also going to be directly impacted by you growing your business as well. And even if you are genuinely happy with everything as it is right now, understand that it is decaying over time, and therefore you still need to be improving your business, improving your turnover, growing that business, even if what you really want deep down is to maintain the quality of life that you currently have. Therefore, if you're going to work hard anyway, why wouldn't you work hard and grow your business at the same time? Shameless plug time. That being said, I always add this little bit at the end of the podcast, which is this. If you really want to take yourself to the next level, if you want to grow your business substantially over the next 12 months, then please do go and check us out at biggerbrighterbolder.co.uk. Whether you're launching your business straight out of the gate, whether you have a business doing 20, 30, 40, maybe 50K turnover, maybe even 60 or 70K, and you want to build that business to over 100K turnovers per year. And if you have already achieved over 100K, maybe even heading up towards 500,000, and you want to scale that business, then we have groups of ambitious entrepreneurs doing exactly that right now. They would love to be a part of your journey, and they would love for you to be a part of theirs. Wherever you are on your current journey, we've had business owners who have doubled, quadrupled, and even 10 times their turnover over a number of years. We've had businesses go from 50K to 500,000 in 2 years. We've had other businesses that have doubled consistently year on year, starting from 100K, moving up all the way to multiple millions. We help you set your goals, create your vision. We help you align with your purpose. We help you with your day-to-day tactics. What is it you need to be doing in order to get yourself to the next level? What are the things that you need to not be doing that are holding you back? We help you with your mindset, your business model. We help you with your day-to-day methodologies in creating a successful business so that you can have a successful life. Build the business you want at Bigger, Brighter, Bolder Success Groups. Go and check us out at biggerbrighterbolder.co.uk. If you want to speak to a real human being, my partner in life and in business would love to speak to you, Tracy Miller. You can email her at tracy.miller@biggerbrighterbolder.co.uk. I'll put both those links in the description descriptions of this episode. I'll also put some links in there to other resources to help you on your ongoing journey of success. I'll see you here next time. Until then, as always, be successful.
Leveling up. Extreme business growth through raising your game. When what was once extraordinary becomes ordinary, you know you've leveled up.